Yo, yesterday was one of the craziest days in market history. Was that the bottom for the market? That's what you want to know. Was it the bottom for Bitcoin, for crypto, for stocks? We're going to answer that in this video, but I know you all just want the answer to the one question, but it all comes down to these three factors. La guerra, the war. Sorry, I got to throw the Spanish in there. The war in Russia and Ukraine. Inflation and the Fed. Are they printing money again? I know they've been saying that we're going to raise rates, we're not printing money, but I have some sneaky little data, if you stay till the end of the video, that we're going to discuss, where the Fed might be printing money again. Okay, so let's talk about what happened yesterday. This was absolutely insane. CPI data came out right here, okay? So we were at 19K. And we dropped all the way down to 18K on this wick right here. It was an absolutely crazy move. Everyone thought the world was ending. Everyone on Twitter was like, we're going to zero. We're going to zero. And then lo and behold, the same day, within an hour actually, one of the craziest reversals I've seen in years. Craziest. Whoop! Right back up to 9,500. Then last night, we went all the way back up to 19.8. So in literally 24 hours, we have gone, I hope you didn't fall asleep for the past 24 hours, because we have gone from $18,000 to $19,800. And that begs the question, is the bottom in? And even crazier, look at the stock market. It's doing this, it did the exact same thing. Look at this. This is when CPI data came out. We went all the way down to Hades, and then we popped right back up, and now we're pushing higher. So when I see price action like this, you got to think about this, guys. I know Bitcoin is volatile, and if you've been in crypto for a while, you're like, wow, this is normal. Bitcoin goes up and down. But the stock market, the entire stock market, at one point yesterday went down 4% and then went up 4% from that level. So it changed 8% in less than 4 hours. Okay, so when you see the entire globe, the biggest stock market in the world trading like Dogecoin, it's time to pay attention. Anyone else agree? So before we get started, I'm going to show you, like I said, on this, we're going to talk about, was that the bottom? Because obviously when you have a big day like that, maybe it was the bottom. And then we're going to talk about these three things, because these are the things that matter to determine if it actually was the bottom. Before we do that, will you do me just really quick favor, please, guys? 10 seconds. Smash the like button on this video. I'm making a ton more content, making short form content. But on these main videos, guys, I really need your help. You guys are doing awesome. You're throwing me these likes here. 732 yesterday. Let's try to get 1,000 today. Can we get 1,000? That would be incredible. The channel's growing. People are getting helped. I've been telling you guys to buy Bitcoin around 19K. So hopefully a lot of you guys are in, because I think we are going higher here. So if you have benefited from this channel at all, even this much, will you please do me a favor? Just smash the like button and share this with someone who you could help, because that would mean so much to me. I also have a show in Espanol. Tu hablas Espanol. Please check this out. I'm obviously not very good yet. I'm not fluent yet, but I am working every single day. I'm working very hard. Obviously, my entire computer is in Spanish, so I'm getting there. So if you want to see the videos in Spanish, go subscribe to my Spanish channel, El Kale Show in Espanol. I also started a TikTok yesterday. There's a contest going on, so if you want to win, all you have to do is go follow me on TikTok and then go to my Twitter and retweet something. But it's very easy. Make sure you follow me on TikTok for faster updates. Okay, so let's get back to it, man. This was pretty amazing. When I see something like this, it's almost like people ran out of coins to sell, right? It's almost like the sellers are tired of selling coins. It's almost like people said, you know what, F it. Because the data yesterday wasn't great. The data didn't come in below expectations, and people panicked a little bit. But then, as you can see on the chart, they hit a brick wall. They literally hit a brick wall right here and went back up. And so what that tells me is that people are a little bit exhausted. And it also tells me that the three most important factors are starting to turn in our favor. So number one is the war. Putin, this was just a few minutes ago. Putin, no plans for additional military mobilization in Russia. Translation, I have no one left to send. But still, he's saying that this is it. This is the only people we're sending, and that's it. So the war is not escalating. From the horse's mouth. I mean, that is really good news for markets, and I think that's why the stock market put in this candle right here, because that news just came out 5 minutes ago. Okay, my chart's getting messy. Let me remove that. Okay, the next thing that Putin said, Russian nuclear threat just went down significantly, yes, but he also said, that was the wrong tweet. Hold on. This guy's really good if you follow FX Macro for all this stuff, but he said, Putin, that's it for now, blah, blah, blah. He said, Putin, no need for massive strikes on Ukraine now. And this was the whole thing, right? Everyone is worried that Putin's going to use nukes and tactical nukes or whatever. But if he's saying that we're not going to do it, that is a huge relief for markets. And I think that's, again, why we're having a nice little rally here today. So we'll see if we can get continuation. That would be fantastic. So that's number one. La guerra, the war, is seeming to be turning in our favor. And you guys will remember, if you've been watching this channel, I would encourage you to go watch like the past, I don't know, 5 videos where I've been calling for an end to this war in the next month or two sooner than people think, because number one, the main reason, if you just go watch some of these videos, I've been calling for it, there's an election coming up. They need these people to go out and vote. And what would be better for votes than getting peace? People love peace. It's like throughout history, whenever we've had peace in the world, people flock to the streets and celebrate. Well, they can flock to the polls and vote for Joe Biden, I guess. So I think they're going to figure this out. I really do. And I think it could happen in the next month. I can't control Putin, but I do think there's a possibility that people are not pricing in. And if that happens, guys, once again, like, this is where you should smash the like button and share this with someone, because people aren't paying attention to crypto right now, and it's sad, because when you think about the risk reward here, right? Like, what is our risk? Our risk is that Putin drops a nuke, right? And we go to 10K. Okay, so let me just draw that out. Like this, I mean, that's what it would look like here. Let me make it even smaller. Okay, so, okay, Ruthie, it's okay. My dog is mad at me. So look, you come down here. This is if he were to drop a nuke. However, this is if he were to get peace. And you have to ask yourself, like, at this point in time, which one is more likely? He just said that he's probably not going to do this. He just said that. And I mean, we've struggled with resistance for so long. We've been down here at these levels for so long. Up seems to be the better risk reward, right? It seems to be much more likely that we get a resolution or some kind of that aggression goes down in this case, in my opinion. And so that's 30K in one day, guys. You're talking about like a 20 to 30% gain in a bear market. That is something you need to share this video with someone for, okay? That is very, very important. Okay, now, let's move on to the next one. The next one is the, I need my whiteboard. I need my whiteboard. Okay, the next one is inflation, okay? But before we get to inflation real quick, I just want to show you, like, if you're not going to go long here, where are you going to go long? Like, this is a very clean chart from Pentoshi. You guys know I like Pentoshi's charts. He's showing that, like, you're basically going long on the biggest support line of all time, like on the 2019 all-time high, on this little part right here, and on all this consolidation here. He's saying if you're not going to go long here, like he literally said, like, this is literally the worst spot to decide to become bearish, and I agree. My question is, if you're not going to go long right here, when are you going to go long? Like, you're not going to buy at 12K. You're not going to buy at 10K. You'll start calling for 5K, right? So it's time to make a line in the sand, and I think that's what markets have done as of yesterday. I think they have said, like, we are putting a line in the sand right now, and we are not going lower. We are not going to 15K. We're not going to 12K. We're going back up. And it's universal across markets. It's like, nope, we're done. The sellers are done. And I think that this chart is the cleanest chart in crypto. And if you can't go long here, you need to grow some hair on your peaches. You know what I mean? Have you ever seen Ricky Bobby? You ever seen Ricky Bobby? He says, hey, Ricky, you want to go fast again? I strapped a kilo of Colombian Bam Bam to your car, and I called the boys in blue. You got hair on your peaches or what? So let's go, man. So anyway, inflation, Pentoshi also has a great thread on this, but he says, if you just go through this thread, I don't want to take too much time, but basically what he's saying is that as of next month, some of the biggest months, like November, December of last year, like these months right here are when the inflation started to really crank up in 2021. And we're comparing year over year results here, okay? And so when you have higher numbers in the past, the CPI number in the right now is able to come down. Does that make sense? It's just basic math. And so at the end, he concludes, I don't expect CPI to go down in a straight line. It will take time, but I do expect it for now to drop significantly over the next few months as stale data drops off and is replaced with new data. This is one of the best traders on the planet. If you fade Pentoshi, you're in trouble most of the time, okay? And so I don't fade this dude. He has set a line in the sand. I've set a line in the sand. And also, shut up, Ruth. My dog really wants to be in this video. But anyway, the CPI, the inflation's coming down. And we've been talking about this on the channel for literally months if you watch any of these videos. I've been saying if inflation comes down, we're putting in a bottom. So again, just to summarize, I got one more thing and we're out of here. But the war, very good chance that goes in our favor. That's $30,000 Bitcoin guaranteed. Inflation, if that starts going in our favor, that's $30,000 Bitcoin guaranteed. Are you seeing why you should probably hit the share button? If you're in Spanish, hit compartir. Because people need to know this. Like, they're not paying attention, guys. They look at this. This video got 5,000 views. This time last year, this video would have got 150,000 views. There's something wrong with that. Bitcoin was $69,000 last year. That was the time to sell, not the time to buy in hindsight. Yep, but now is the time to buy. So share this with someone. Okay, so the last thing, guys, and I told you I have some sneaky, I'm a little bit sick, excuse me. Some sneaky money printing by the Fed. Sneaky money printing. This is called a central bank liquidity swap. This is something that most people don't know about, but this is a way for the Fed to print money without printing money. Okay, so they're swapping liquidity with the European Central Bank, as you can see here, and the Swiss National Bank, which have been under pressure because of them raising rates. Another one, Stackholder here said that new post up. Stealth QE is on the way, but commercial banks might want to be careful. Okay, so he's saying stealth QE. You guys know what QE is? QE is money printing. He's saying that right now commercial banks are parking $2.2 trillion in cash at the Fed. They call it the reverse repo operation. Now look, you can look into this yourself if you want to know the ins and outs of what this means. But when you hear words like reverse repo and liquidity swap, those words, if you just translate them into common English, are we're going to print money. We're currently printing money through a back door. So if you wonder why Bitcoin's going up when CPI data was bad, it's because they're printing money in the background. And they're going to. They have to maintain markets. I've been saying this once again. Go watch some of these videos. This isn't like an if, and, or but. They're going to print money. No, they're already starting to print the money. I literally have one titled here, Jerome Powell is lying, because they are lying. They have to print this effing money, guys. And so they're doing it right now without telling you. Pretty soon they'll probably start telling you because they don't have a choice. And so that's a three for three banger, guys. You have the three most important factors in markets going our way. You have the war. You have the war, definitely a positive risk reward there. You have the inflation data. We've topped out. The markets know it. Inflation's cooked. Once inflation goes down, markets go up. So that's a positive. And then finally, you have liquidity. Liquidity. I can't write. Up. Because the Fed is printing money doing swap lines. You have a 3 for 3 triple banger to buy Bitcoin. You're sitting on generational support right here. Do you got hair on your peaches or what? Share this with someone. Smash the like button if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you back here tomorrow. Peace. Bye.